In this episode, I explain why there are many potential new clients out there who can definitely afford your treatments. They just don't have enough time to come into the office for a long session. Welcome back to the Soft Tissue Treatment Revolution podcast, where we teach overworked massage therapists a new treatment method that cuts session times in half and eliminates the frustration of inconsistent results so they can avoid burnout and help more people get out of pain. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the show. All right, let's get right into the episode. Just a point of clarification for what I call the ask holes or the forever offended crowd. I believe with my whole heart that there are three paths that you can take in the application of massage therapy. First is relaxation, and honestly, not that hard to be good at it. Number two is recovery. I say with enough gimmicks, gadgets, and tools, you can build a pretty solid practice. And lastly is injury slash pain treatment. That is what I do. That is what I teach and what I believe the market needs more than anything. So as always, my viewpoint is from the injury and pain side of things. So if you find yourself, getting offended that I think relaxation and recovery are lower skilled areas, please just stop listening and don't bombard me in the comment section about how I hurt your feelings or personally offended you, because I really don't care whatsoever. Now that cleared all that up, let's get into the full idea of the show. So this story, I started thinking about this past weekend. I was actually talking to my uncle. He's about 65. And he was telling me about, I was like, what are you up to today? And he said, I'm going to drive over to this supermarket that's about 45 minutes away. They're actually having a big sale on steaks. They're like $3 off per pound. He's like, I'm going to drive over there and get it. And I started thinking to myself, I'm like, all right, so you're going to save $3 a pound on some steaks, but you're going to drive 45 minutes back and forth each way. It's probably going to cost you that more in gas. But in his mind, he's really thinking, oh, I'm getting a huge deal and I'm going to do that. So he doesn't really value his time. He really thinks more about the money. So in my mind, I'm like, screw the $3 savings in steaks, like just go to the regular store and pay full price and, save 2 hours of your time. But not a lot of people think about that. And there's really only two types of potential clients out there. The first is there's those that have like a lot of free time, but they tend to not have a lot of money to spend on things. Then there are those that have a lot of money to spend on things, but they're limited in time. There's actually a lot of these people out there that you could help, but they just don't have time for a long drawn out session. But if you can help fix their problem in a shorter treatment time, maybe 30 minutes or less, they will jump at the chance to get that treatment. I always go for the ones with more money and less time. So another quick story, anytime I get a new client who reaches out and their first question is automatically, well, how much does this cost? Instead of asking if I can help, usually about 90 to 95% of the time is a pain in the butt and they're never actually going to get better. So a big mindset shift that I made years ago was, first off, is sell to the result. Don't sell to the time spent. I say, if you can fix a problem in 20 minutes, it takes another person 2 hours, you're like 4 times more valuable. Then the other perspective shift was focus more on providing solutions and less on providing services. When you do that, it doesn't matter what you do, how you do it. The client's just happy that you can actually fix the problem. And I talk a lot about this in the world of like dental analogies and things like that. I say relaxation's like brushing and flossing, recovery is like a deep cleaning, and injury and pain is like the dentist. I always say if the dentist booked out an hour to fix your tooth and they fix it in 20 minutes, you're just going to be happy that your tooth feels better. And I'm going to be like, hey, doc, you booked a whole hour. Why I'm here, I'm going to need you to, drill some other teeth so I get my money's worth. That's those people that are really thinking more about the money side of things. They're thinking more about the service side of things. You want to avoid those people. I really want to teach you and teach other people to be the dentist, help more people get out of pain, and literally work smarter, not harder, and then do this work for as well as you damn well please. And if you truly help someone in pain get their problem fixed and they avoid the traditional medical nightmare, you do deserve to be paid top dollar for it and have the financial freedom in life that comes from doing amazing work. So I don't talk about it a lot because I don't want to be someone that's in your ear all the time, but I'm going to give a plug on my training programs and exactly what they do. First thing we do is we get you so damn good that nobody can ignore you in your area. Then we teach you how to do it faster than anyone else. Lastly, we show you how to effectively market and sell yourself as a true solutions provider and really get the reputation in your area as the go-to provider to get problems fixed. Way better than the chiro, the PT, or some mediocre massage therapists around you just doing relaxation and recovery stuff. So if you haven't had the chance yet to go download our free training modules, go in and do that. It really gives you an introduction to the system, what we do, how we help, and really get an idea that I'm not just teaching a technique. I'm actually teaching a system that starts with like critical thinking, figuring out problems, presenting it correctly, and really just getting that reputation as being the go-to problem solver in your area. That's all I got on the episode. I appreciate you checking it out. And as I close out every episode, go out there and be great this week. The world needs access to your amazing treatments so they can stay the hell away from the traditional medical model of pain pills, injections, and surgeries that only make things worse and ruins people's lives. I appreciate you listening to the show, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.